entrepreneurs, leaders, and collegians, get ready for the 2023 International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. It's a half-day gathering designed to expand and influence the P5 areas: potential, purpose, personal growth, power, and progress. Attendees will leave the Empowerment Summit positioned for success, stability, and sustainability in 2023 and beyond. During the event, you'll get in agreement with your passion and purpose. We'll offer some honest answers about what we're all facing post-COVID and propose powerful solutions that keep us growing personally and professionally at whatever stage of life and career you're aspiring towards. We encourage you to invite your business bestie, friends, colleagues, and peers so that we make it a fun half-day experience of relationship building, learning, and growing. Meet me at Home 2 Suites by Hilton, Charlotte Belmont on Saturday, October 14th at 10 a.m. Just go to thecoachingseat.com/P5 Summit for more details. See you soon. Hey everybody, I hope all is well. I'm super excited to be on tonight. It is the last day of August, and we are getting ready to go into a new season, a new space. So I'm super excited. I'm Toyinda Smith, a best-selling author, business consultant, master coach, public speaker, mentor, and TEDx speaker. I'm the principal of the Coaching Seat LLC. It's a learning and development firm in place to improve the employee experience and the organization's effectiveness. Additionally, we provide professionals with proven revenue-generating methodologies to become certified coaches, speakers, and facilitators so that they can enter the industry very successfully, that they can strategically help others, and also gain flexibility and financial freedom along the way. So I'm super excited to be the visionary in that space. I've also taught coaching skills in large higher education institutions, corporations, and statewide agencies. I've certified over 75 professionals to be coaches and facilitators, and I've taught more than 400 individuals to speak with confidence. So I'm super excited to be here, and I want you to know that we are streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. So when you all come into this broadcast, say hello to me. Let me know where you're signing in from so that I can properly speak to you. So we've been discussing 6 components to build trust in coaching relationships. We are at the point where we're at our 6th component, and I'm looking forward to talking about this because I think it is very valuable to begin to work in this space because it does help you to build a level of credibility. So we've been discussing the 6 components. The first component we've discussed, in order for you as a coaching practitioner and even entrepreneur, is to, number one, genuinely be interested and curious. So this is how we are building trust in the coaching relationship. We are genuinely interested and curious, which means that we're always going to continue to inquire. Coaches inquire. I did a broadcast one time that said, "Coach, be quiet," because sometimes when we are practitioners or we've had experiences that other coachees have had, we like to insert ourselves in the story. As a coach, it's not for you to insert yourself. If you're mentoring, go on and insert yourself. If you're teaching, maybe even consulting or discipling a person. But in coaching, coaches need to be quiet and stay curious. All right, so that's the first component to building trust in a coaching relationship. The second component is to practice confidentiality. So it's really important that as we are working with our coaching clients and our coachees, that we are not sharing their story, their experiences with other people. And listen, unless they give us permission to, and again, that permission would need to come well before you start the coaching relationship and the coaching conversation. All right. So number 3, and if you all are watching, go on and drop this in the chat. So number 1 is to genuinely be interested and curious. Number 2 is to practice confidentiality. These are 6 components to building trust in your coaching relationship. Number 3 is to pay attention to your responses, because remember, many times as coaches, we choose avenues, or we choose expert areas, or areas of expertise, because we've had some experience with it and we have overcome a thing. All right. So you have to pay attention to your response, because what could happen is you could be triggered in a portion of the conversation that your coachee is sharing with you. And that triggering could cause you to bring a response into the conversation that you may regret later. So it's important for us as practitioners of coaching to pay attention to our responses. Number four, you all, we have to practice being patient. Fast doesn't always produce a long lasting fruit. And so we have to be very patient with our coachees. We don't pass judgment. And we always, especially if you are a champion influence coach, if you're a champions influence coach, you already know that we coach people who are ready to be coached. But in addition to that, we also believe that every healthy adult is able to respond to things that are brought to their attention. That's a huge component of our coach credentialing program, our coach certification program. And you can find more information about our certification at thecoachingseat.com. So number 4, the 4th component is to practice being patient. Again, fast does not always produce long-lasting fruit. Number 5, we talked about practicing being accountable. And so if you ever get into a place where you have dropped the ball, or you missed an appointment, you forgot to check in or follow up with an individual, you need to tell on yourself, right? You need to be answerable in those situations, because that's going to increase your level of trust with your coachee and clients. Okay. And then we are into number 6 today, and this is our last component, and that is to in order to build trust, you're going to have to confirm your credibility. Can you put that in the chat for me, please? And even those who are going to catch the replay, you are going to have to confirm your credibility. So when you are building trust in the coaching relationship, it's important to confirm your credibility with your coachees and your coaching clients. And so what is credibility? I'm glad you were asking me. Credibility, that comes from a root word, credo, C-R-E-D-O, or cred, C-R-E-D, which means I believe in. Okay, so this is a Latin derivative, and it means also that there is a level or a feeling of trust and respect that is being inspired in others. And so this also means believable, right? It also means worthy of belief. And when people believe that you're believable, when they believe that you're worthy of belief, they are going to invest in your coaching services. They're going to invest in your products. They're going to invest in what you offer. All right. So that is why we need to establish our level of credibility. If you can put this in the chat, you all, credibility is worthy of belief. So we're just trying to create a space where we are seen as worthy of belief, but we're also seen as that way in our actions. All right. So one part of confirming your credibility, because that is your coaching tip that's going to equip you. One part of confirming credibility, you could talk about your education. Make sure your coachees understand that you have some type of educational background in the field, potentially. We all know that coaches do not have to be credentialed or you don't have to be certified in order to move in the domain, in order to work in the domain. It's better to have that credential, to have that what I would call street credibility, to have receipts. It's better, but you don't have to have a credential. But if you do have a credential and you were trained by somebody who is a top-notch coach, you want to share that. And you also want to share their track record in terms of educating coaches or being a coach training program. All right. So definitely share your credentials. You might have a certificate, you might have a certification, maybe you have a degree, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, a doctoral degree, some type of training certificate. So you want to be able to share that. And for those of you all who can put letters behind your name, you want to begin to do that. Why? Because it begins to help you to build trust with your coachee and your coaching client, but it also establishes or confirms your credibility. Are y'all following me? Come on, we as coaches, as practitioners, as entrepreneurs, we must establish our credibility. Why? Because it helps to build trust. It's also important to share maybe who is mentoring you. If you're being mentored and trained by somebody who is a master coach or somebody who has a level of credibility away from you, you want to also share that. You may talk about like maybe what coaching camps you're affiliated with as well. That begins to help you to build credibility, which helps you to build trust in the coaching relationships. Additionally, you can talk about your experiences. So the first one we said to talk about your education, and then you can also talk about your experiences, meaning who were your past clients? Like who was on your client list, your clientele list. People like to know who you've worked with in the past. And so I put my clients' logos on my website. And so you can check out an example of that on thecoachingseat.com. So pop over to my website and check that out so that you can see an example of that. But you can put some of your past clients, especially if there were organizations that you've worked with, you can put those logos on your website or on some of your marketing, your collateral marketing material. All right. Also, I want to mention social proof. Okay. And that comes from a book called Influence, Science, and Practice. And I have it here. This is a book that we studied in, undergraduate. We studied this book in undergraduate, and it is called Influence, Science, and Practice. And the author is Robert Cialdini. Robert Cialdini. Y'all look him up. Look up this book. It's a very, very, very good book. It talks about like some of the psychological practices of influence. And it really, a lot of the marketing agencies really began, and people with influence began tapping into this book. Okay. So as we talk about social influence, what Cialdini says in terms of social proof. Okay. It's called social proof. Can you put that in the chat for me? Social proof. What he says is that you and I, other people, we view behavior as correct in a given situation to the degree we see others performing it. So you do what other people are doing, and you believe that that's the right thing to do. So psychologically, people in general feel that when they see a lot of people doing a thing. So let me make this plain. In my case, if individuals see many people joining the coach certification program that we provide, the Champion Influence Coach Certification Program, then they believe that that's the right thing to do, which will cause them to also do it. All right. So there is, as a practitioner of coaching, but then also an entrepreneur in the coaching domain. These are things, these are concepts that we have to be aware of. And I love this because I'm a practitioner. I take the concept, I take what other consultants and individuals have studied. I take their results and then I make it very practical. It's called praxis, right? I take it and I make it very practical. I might create a program from it. I might teach on it as I'm doing now. All right. So social proof, it's a psychological phenomenon here where people in general feel that when they see a lot of people doing a thing, that it must be the right thing to do. And so they do it. So here's an example of social proof. I know that you've seen many flyers that say 1,000 people registered for this specific event. And then the next week, you see that same individuals posting a flyer that says, 1,500 people have registered for this event. So as they continue to share with you and show you that several people are registering for that specific event, then it causes other people to think it's the right thing to do. And so they should also register for that event. I hope you're following me, y'all. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and sociology. So I hope you're following me and I hope you are taking notes so that you can begin to build and increase and confirm your credibility, because that helps to build trust within your coaching relationships. Another example of social proof is when you see people put these memes up that show a side-by-side picture. So one side says a person registered for their conference and they have their picture, and then they have maybe some conference information. Well, that's another social proof concept. Okay, that helps to increase and push the registration, because remember, psychologically, people in general feel that when they see a lot of people doing a thing, that must be the right thing to do, and so then they want to do it. Am I helping? Am I helping y'all tonight? Because I'm a business coach and my coaching clients are winning because we partner together and I help them to move their business along. If you need business coaching, you give me a buzz. Go to my website, thecoachingseed.com, and look for that business coaching. So it's important for us to confirm our credibility via social proof. Some other ways you can confirm your credibility is customer testimonials. You can ask people to do online reviews and recommendations in terms of their experience with you. Have people share your posts, so social media shares, celebrity endorsements. I'll talk a little bit about that one before I close, but celebrity endorsements help to increase your social proof, because remember, if a celebrity is doing it, then it must be the right thing to do. All right. And also scenarios or case studies where you've had some success stories. We want to be able to bring those to the table as well. So the reason why we want to establish credibility is because it helps your coaching clients and your coaching customers to really cancel any skepticism that they may have about you. Just cancel the level of doubt that they may have when working with you. So that's really the main reason why we do this. And you can demonstrate your credibility by demonstrating your depth of knowledge on the subject matter or what you're working with them on. So this is where you're saying, no, I understand it. Right? I understand it. And you are able to establish that by showing your knowledge base or your expertise in the field. All right. And so from that point, this is why you're able to be able to teach. That's what I wanted to say. So I teach what I know so that individuals can know that I understand this. I understand this lane. Okay, so listen, I'm giving you all the details. I'm giving you all the tea to help you to establish your credibility or confirm your credibility so that you can get more coaching clients. Okay, so teaching is a good way to demonstrate your depth of knowledge. It also establishes and confirms your credibility. All right. So when you're able to demonstrate that, then you can also move to this next stage to say, hey, I have experience in it. I'm experienced in it. Not only do I have knowledge base, but I'm also experienced in it. So you can tell the individual, listen, I've been there and done it. I've done this thing. All right. So that begins to confirm your credibility. And then you can go and say, listen, and I can help you to improve in this area, or I can help create X, Y, and Z in you. I can help you to reach your long-term goals. I can help you to problem solve, to plan, and things of that nature. All right. So another area of being able to confirm your credibility is to create maybe client we call them case studies or scenarios where you are able to demonstrate your coaching expertise because you help them to solve a problem. So this is where you've demonstrated your understanding of solving the problem. So you might not have a background or all of these degrees and these letters behind your name, but if you can demonstrate that you understand their concern, if you can demonstrate that, then you're going to be able to establish credibility there to help them know, listen, I can solve the problem. I don't have to have these degrees behind my name. I can solve your problems. Why? Because I have expertise in the area. So testimonials and I love like video testimonials and also written ones, but I mostly operate in the video testimonials because remember social proof. Okay. So as a practitioner and entrepreneur, this means that you're going to have to, in order to establish or confirm your credibility so that you can build trust in the relationship, in the coaching relationship, you're going to have to take time out of your busy schedule. You're going to have to take time, sit down in a quiet place, and really begin to plan out a pathway to how you're going to create and show this credibility so that your coaching clients will be able to trust you along the way. All right. So what we have to do is capture everything. And some of the methods I talked about earlier, case studies, being able to do those testimonials, having people share your flyers, creating social proof with, marking down how many people register for your event, doing that meme, that side by side, that helps you to capture what you're doing. And again, like I said, I love the testimonials because a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what is a video worth? Come on. I haven't seen any quotes connected to that. What is a video worth? We know that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what is a video worth? So I love videos. Now, I do ask other people to share my content out because it helps to build traction. Of course, I'm using an email list as well. I'm going to mention this. I don't necessarily subscribe to it, but I know that some people do. Another way to build your social proof or your confirming your credibility. Another way to do this, I've seen people invest in the celebrity cameos or the celebrity cams where, and again, like I said, I've stayed away from that because if I'm going to work with a celebrity, I want to really work with them and not necessarily have an inauthentic testimony. So I want an authentic testimony. And again, I'm not knocking people who do this. I just don't go to that measure. So if you want to establish a level of credibility, you may want to consider that. But I did bring it up because I've seen people do that. So as a practitioner and educator in the coaching domain, you want to have authentic credibility. And so your authentic credibility is going to follow you longer. It's going to help you on the journey ahead. So y'all, I just gave you an extensive coaching tip that will equip, and that tip is to confirm your credibility because it allows you and it helps you to build trust in the coaching relationship. So those 6 components again: genuinely be interested and curious, 2, practice confidentiality, pay attention to your responses, practice being patient, practice being accountable, and confirm your credibility. All right. So I want you all to check out our website, thecoachingseat.com. We have educational gatherings. We actually have a summit happening in Charlotte in October. So I want you to consider coming to that. We also do some certification programs. And so I want you to take a look at that as well. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is called The Coaching Seat TV. I'm Toyinda Smith. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry I ain't been talking to y'all. Thank you so much for dropping your comments in the chat. Hey, Shanda, thank you. Hello, Facebook user. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Shanda, thank you for joining. I'm glad y'all been dropping comments in the chat because I've just been on a roll going. Why? Because I didn't see too many people on, so I just kept... Listen, I just kept flowing for the replay. But hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Yes. So Bennettsville is in the building. Thank you. Thank you. No, I don't. I'm not on YouTube, so I can't see the message. Let me see if I can go to YouTube. I'm so sorry, Facebook user. Let me see if I can see your message in here just to make sure. When you're broadcasting from several sources, sometimes it's difficult. Okay. So I do see. Yes, I do. I see your message, Lakeisha. Thank you so much. So Lakeisha says, yes, confirm your credibility. Coach Sandra says, yes, confirm that credibility. Lakeisha says credibility is worthy of belief. That's huge. And that's huge across different platforms. So in different domains. So I'm sorry, y'all, I missed this. I did not see y'all on. I just kept moving forward. Social proof. Yes, social proof. And so Joy Harris, she says she loves video testimonials. Absolutely, because Joy, you have a lot of receipts and you do a phenomenal job of the social proof. So Facebook user says applied concepts, tested, documented results, factual testimonies. Yes, yes, and yes. Hey, Coach Sandra, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Nana Lee, for joining. Listen, it's all about confirming that credibility so that individuals would want to work with you because you're establishing that trust. You're building that trust with them. Listen, I want to invite you all to the Champion Influence P5 Summit. I am going to roll the video again. Here we go. Leaders and collegians, get ready for the 2023 International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. It's a half-day gathering designed to expand and influence the P5 areas: potential, purpose, personal growth, power, and progress. Attendees will leave the Empowerment Summit positioned for success, stability, and sustainability in 2023 and beyond. During the event, you'll get in agreement with your passion and purpose. We'll offer some honest answers about what we're all facing post-COVID and propose powerful solutions that keep us growing personally and professionally at whatever stage of life and career you're aspiring towards. We encourage you to invite your business bestie, friends, colleagues, and peers so that we make it a fun half-day experience of relationship building, learning, and growing. Meet me at Home 2 Suites by Hilton, Charlotte Belmont on Saturday, October 14th at 10 a.m. Just go to thecoachingseat.com/P5 Summit for more details. See you soon. All right, y'all. So you have the details. I want to see you in Charlotte on Saturday, October 14th for the P5 Summit. Last year was awesome and amazing. I'm going to begin to show some of the clips from last year, some of the testimonials. Listen, social proof. I'm going to share some of the testimonials along the way, but I want you all to register for this P5 Summit. It is going to change your life. Last year, we were able to receive really some practical direction as it related to how do we still push past COVID, Delta, and all the other Greek letter alphabets that were coming to hinder our progress. And so we got the tools and the techniques to do that. Our speakers they are credible. You can go to any one of their Facebook pages, their websites. You can see the clients that they've worked with. It's going to be an amazing conference. So you just want to be there, be in the building. Saturday, October 14th, we'll be in Charlotte. Hey, I'll see y'all next Thursday. I think we're going to do some speaking tips that equip. So I think I'm going to do a series on speaking. And so I want you to join us on Thursday. Also, go to my website, check out our offerings. We have coaching certification programs. We also have public speaking courses. And we also do some things for ministry leaders as well. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Clubhouse at The Coaching Seat. And we're also on YouTube at The Coaching Seat TV. All right. I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see y'all later.